today, I'm going to read aloud the highest English level sentence from the DNN International News site. Before I start reading aloud, I would like to introduce what I always do when I'm reading difficult English sentences. What I always do is skimming and scanning. These are reading techniques. When you're skimming, focus on main idea on the text without reading every word. When you're scanning, focus on specific fact or piece of information without reading everything. When reading an article, first skim through the text to get general idea of what the article is talking about. And if there are words that I don't understand, I write them down in my notebook and look them up. After that, it's easier to understand if you read the article carefully. So let's get started. This article is very difficult because each sentence is long and there are many words that I don't usually use. So first I looked up the unfamiliar words, and then I tried to grasp the overall framework of the sentence. These are the new words. Total solar eclipse wows North America. Street lights blinked on and the planets came into view as the moon hit the sun for a few minutes across the land. Dogs howled, frogs croaked, and some people wept. All part of the eclipse mania gripping Mexico, the US, and Canada. On April 8th, almost everyone in North America could see at least a partial eclipse, weather permitting. It was a continent's biggest eclipse audience ever, with a couple 100 million people living in or near the shadow's path, plus scores of out-of-towners who also came to see it. With the next coast-to-coast eclipse 21 years away, the pressure was on to catch this one. The total solar eclipse began its diagonal dash across the continent along Mexico's Pacific coast and traveled through Texas and 14 other US states before existing into the North Atlantic near Newfoundland. During the full eclipse, the moon slipped right in front of the sun, entirely blocking it. The result, darkness, with only the sun's outer atmosphere or corona visible, was long enough for birds and other animals to fall silent, and for planets and stars to pop out. The daytime darkness lasted up to 4 minutes 28 seconds. That's almost twice as long as it was during the US coast-to-coast eclipse 7 years ago because the moon was closer to Earth. It took just 1 hour, 40 minutes for the moon's shadow to race more than 6,500 kilometers across the continent. The path of totality, approximately 185 kilometers wide, covered several major cities including Dallas, Indianapolis, Cleveland, New York, and Montreal. An estimated 44 million people lived within the track, with a couple 100 million more within 320 kilometers. This may be the most viewed astronomical event in history, said Washington's Nation Air and Space Museum curator Kiesel Muir-Harmony while waiting for a partial eclipse. Experts from NASA and scores of universities were posted along the route, launching research rockets and weather balloons and conducting the experiment. Holly Randall, who watched from Coldbrook, New Hampshire, said experiencing the eclipse was beyond her expectations. "I didn't expect to cry when I saw it," she said as tears ran down her face. Okay, then finish it.